Welcome back to Gear Check Games. This is episode 41 of our Kingdom Hearts 1.5 for the PS4 playthrough. Last episode I got my ass kicked by a bunch of anime boys, so now we gotta go take out our frustration on...
For like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But by God, he gave it his best.
Being the hero of the multiverse that we are, we're running away with our tail between our legs.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
We gave him a call, he gave it his all. Do.
I'm gonna go hit Ansem with my Keyblade for 30 minutes.
Ansem's not in Hollow Bastion.
Well, I gotta go there to get to the final world.
Oh, yeah.
Quite literally, the final world. Oh, excuse me. It is called... Well, we don't know what it's called
The final world.
It's called question mark.
I mean, I'm sure they'll have some very unique and distinctive title for it. It's not just like, the end of the world or something.
Yeah, that'd be a pretty
Wouldn't that
lame.
be a power play if, you had all this anticipation unlocking to the final level, and you're looking at just question mark, whatever. You're like, oh my god, I wonder what it's gonna be. And then you unlock and it's still just question mark.
I mean, that is what every room in this game, or not in this game, in Kingdom Hearts 2 is called until you've explored it.
It's got the same naming problem that your rival in Pokemon Gen 2 has.
Oh yeah, so fun fact about my girlfriend is when she was a kid, she thought that was his name, so when another character asked later what his name was, she was like, oh yeah, it's question mark.
Just following video game conventions here. Now, I know we made the Star Fox. I know everybody makes the Star Fox joke when comparing these levels, but this background is just straight up a Star Fox 64 background.
Yeah.
I was actually gonna say that'd be great if there was just every room is just question mark before you go into it. But then there's one room that you go into and it's just the black hole area with the slot machine shit from the original Star Fox, and you go out and it's still just called question mark.
Uh-huh. I don't know what happened back there, but let us never speak of it again.
Hey, you earned the playing out with the boys trophy.
So I'm guessing Trey has never gone this far on PS4.
No, this was my first playthrough on PS4, so you guys are learning along with me how to play this game again.
End of the world.
As we know it.
And I feel fine.
This is the end of Disney World.
Dude, the aesthetic of this world is kind of awesome.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
Not to specifically spoil anything, but I kind of like that this game's ending goes the direction that it does, because it's not what you'd expect based on the premise.
Yeah, I remember this end of Evangelion area bean darker.
Well, that was before we figured out how to properly color correct these videos.
What were you playing on a CRT?
Well, yeah.
Also, this was the point in my initial playthrough of Kingdom Hearts where I started having controller issues with my X button.
Oh no!
And I didn't realize at the time it was because my controller had gotten slightly unplugged. But at the time I thought, oh my god, have I mashed X so many times that I broke my controller?
It's just dead.
Just playing Kingdom Hearts as it was intended to be played.
Oh yeah, so this level, the end of the world, is a nice little demo for Nomura's next game, The World Ends With You, because it's full of invisible walls.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And invisibles, which is what these things are called.
Yeah,
I like how at this point of the game, they've just kind of started using hearts as an excuse to be completely just reckless. Don't worry, even if this world disappears and we get thrust out into the vacuum of space without a ship, I'm sure we'll be okay because we got our hearts.
Our hearts will find each other.
Well, to be fair,
we'll be okay in the cold vacuum of space without any oxygen because we'll still be friends.
Goofy, your heart will most
survive.
definitely not be okay in the cold vacuum of space with no
Your heart will
oxygen.
not go on, thank you very much. But no, apparently space in this game can be survived because they were totally planning on going through it in a canoe. The main characters of this game, lest you forget, Their original plan was to just canoe through outer space.
Not a canoe, Nick. A raft. The raft.
Sure.
So wait,
Implying that wouldn't have just ended with death.
were they gonna
And
do?
it wasn't just a stupid idea because they're little kids.
I know it's a simple
Although I
thing.
guess we did forget that Beast did canonically just swim through interdimensional space to get
with
to
his little
Hollow
space
Bastion.
snorkel and goggles.
Also,
And
I'm
his
pretty sure
floaties.
that a character actually uses the high wind at some point in this series.
Oh my, you mean the raft?
Yeah, the high
Oh my
wind.
god.
Oh yeah, they actually named it. That was part of the contest.
I know it's a
Both-
simple
in,
thing,
in this
but
timeline, it's the high wind because Trey's a loser.
Yeah. It's not
but
the
it's okay.
gear
We'll
ship.
still be your friend. Anywho,
If the-
I know it's not like amazing theming or anything, but I do appreciate the both of the music tracks for End of the World are new renditions of the music that played during the Awakenings section, like before the
Yeah.
game started.
Journey into the Heart.
So it's kind of like they've been preparing us for this all along. Like they warned us in the beginning that this game was going to go to some dark and sad places.
This is it. Your final awakening.
So, if do we fight Darkseid one more time? I forget.
Yeah, we have to fight him before the. Actually, no, we fight him during the battle with Aeon.
No, we don't fight Darkseid, we fight Apocalypse. Totally different character.
Same coloration, same motivation.
Get your comic book nonsense out of this
Pretty
pure
Stone.
Let's Play.
Is the Pretty Stone a summon too, or is it just a crafting item?
No, I think that's just a synthesis material.
Yeah, I think we have all the summons.
A Mega Potion, though, that summons the Wicked Queen from Snow White.
Yeah. We're only missing one summons, and it's the jury summons.
Oh, Sora's not old enough yet.
You have to, like, interrupt the end game to go and testify in court.
Oh yeah. No, this is the third behemoth we'll encounter in this playthrough.
You whack him a bunch of times, we get it.
At
Yeah.
least they've all got different color palettes in this version.
Yeah, isn't that one the original? The blue and black?
No, the original Behemoth is like purple.
If I had to guess, the original probably isn't in
This
this.
makes me sad.
Yeah, I think the original was just kind of basic Heartless color palette.
Was he purple or was he orange? I feel like I remember an orange Behemoth.
What if it wasn't?
Well,
Oh, here's the enemies that look like Solaris from Sonic 06.
So this is the most annoying enemy in all of Kingdom Hearts 1.
Yeah,
So,
'Cause they're
hold
just
on
like-
a second.
invincibility period. The enemy.
Joe,
Yeah.
you're telling me that Sonic 06 ripped off these Heartless?
Well, no, Sonic
This
06
game-
ripped off the Zelda symbol from the Hylian shield,
Right.
but they also happen to resemble this.
This game did come out 4 years before Sonic 06, for any of the audience who's curious.
I'm sorry, did we say? I don't know what we're saying. Bottom line, they look alike.
Yeah.
I did not mean to imply
No,
that Kingdom
no, you
Hearts
didn't.
ripped off Sonic 06.
You did not imply such a thing.
I always thought they
anyway.
looked like the resurrection files from Fable 1. That's just me.
See,
You're right.
I think they look like light bulbs.
That too.
They can look like multiple things.
They're also they're just frustrating to just, like, look at them.
Have you
Like you said-
considered using magic on them?
I've tried.
Like thunder magic?
Well, does it open their wings up when you do that?
No, it just does a lot of damage to them, so you have less invulnerability periods.
But you use that magic for healing.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I'm surrounded by these things who, like, will not only float 12 feet above me, sometimes they'll go invisible, and then they'll shoot bowls of lightning at me that I have to block back, but none of them
God, these
are in the
things do
same
suck.
phase.
Oh, and the tornadoes can chase you around too.
Yeah. So, like, a room full of these is just like, good luck, kid. I hope you do alright.
So, multiple choice, guys. Are we standing on snow, salt, sugar, or asbestos?
Well, it was snow until J.J. Abrams got his hands on it.
Salt.
Now
Salt
it's
guy,
salt.
you shall be forever remembered.
I choose to believe that it is the ashes of the worlds that have fallen to Ansem's darkness.
Well,
I
we
think
didn't get a Wizard of Oz world, so it can't be asbestos.
Yeah.
Unless this is the Wizard of Oz world.
Trey with his, like, actually well thought out, earnest answer. Calm it down, son.
The Wicked Witch has already been melted. The universe is at peace.
That's why there's no green in this world at all. It all got melted
Well, no,
away.
Sora and friends would never be able to defeat her because they don't have a water spell.
No, you just fire Blizzard and then fire.
That's not
Yeah,
how
she's-
it works.
God, I must have had to be way over leveled in this game to be able to beat it without using any items as a kid.
Oh yeah, this zone gave me such a headache as a child and is doing so now again. Because
like-
there are invisible walls that separate you from these chests,
Yeah,
but you
this-
can't really tell if you're getting closer or not.
Yeah, this is a very, like, it's very simple and honestly kind of cheap in terms of design, but I really like how just, like, trippy this section of the game is.
Yeah, you're just walking on air.
Also, it took me way too long to realize that the platforms point to each other.
Oh, yeah.
To determine which one you can go to from that platform.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyone got spare a leave on hand? Like an Advil?
I'm sorry,
Spare
Nick.
a
Tylenol?
leaf.
We live several hours apart from each other.
I'll fax it to you, don't worry.
I have all of those things on my kitchen table.
Why can't I get to that one? I don't understand.
Just go a bit further left, or a bit further right, I think.
I think so, yeah. It's like, why
Oh,
don't they just,
God.
like, put, like, a little
that's a
corner-shaped piece
terrible
over there?
headache.
They should have covered this world with the Disneyland theme park, like, floor lines.
I know now, without a
that
doubt.
direct you to the
Kingdom
next
Hearts
part.
is in this chest.
Yeah,
got
it took
in
me
a
long
pub.
enough to
You
get
got
there.
Kingdom Hearts. It's in your inventory now.
You can
Kingdom
just-
Hearts is inside me?
It's like Chrono Trigger. You can just summon the final boss at any time.
God, Chrono Trigger is such a cool game.
Chrono Trigger
It
and the
is.
Impossible Lair.
I feel like I've got to play that for GCG at some point.
Chrono
Yes.
Trigger is trash. Don't at me.
Oh no.
I'm kidding. I love Chrono Trigger.
I'm not going to at you because I have no reason to speak to anybody with such trash opinions.
Dan, it's a
I
little
do
late for
quite
that.
enjoy Chrono Trigger. Its battle mechanic is not my favorite of the SNES RPGs.
That's
I love the
Soundtrack,
battle
though?
mechanics. I love pretty much everything about Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
Which version should I play? Because I have the Super Nintendo
Not the
version
Steam
on
version.
Wii and the DS version, and I've barely played either.
Oh, the
Whatever
DS
you
version.
do, play not the Steam version.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the DS version might have some extra content, like a Coliseum or something.
Yeah, I think it's like a
I
dungeon
don't know
too.
what all the differences are though, so I'd just do your own research.
Okay. Some help you guys are.
Welcome to episode 1 of Chrono Trigger here on Gear Check.
Yeah.
I think the Steam version is the only one to avoid
Okay.
from my memory.
If you play the PlayStation version, it's basically everything that's in the DS version, just longer load times.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's...
It also has some anime cutscenes though, which are pretty sick.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
they put those in the DS version too, though.
They
Yeah.
might have.
Albeit probably compressed.
Yeah, compressed to hell.
I mean, they were compressed on the PS1 version, too. Like, let's not kid ourselves. That was a CD. It could have, like, 47 megabytes of data on it.
Yeah.
God, I would do a lot of things to have a Chrono Trigger anime, not gonna lie.
It's called Dragon Ball.
Does Chrono Trigger need, like, the Sonic CD Taxman treatment? Just, like, remake the game with, like, uncompressed visuals and, like, a new, smoother engine?
Honestly, I think the visuals look great.
Well, no,
as
I don't
they
mean, like,
are.
redone visuals, but, you know... Never mind.
Well, I mean, it's pixel art, so I don't think compression is really gonna do any negative. I don't think they're really compressed.
I meant specifically for the cutscenes.
Except, well, yeah, the cutscenes.
Oh yeah.
Well, the cutscenes are they not FMVs?
They are FMVs.
Yeah, so there's not really a whole lot you can do for FMVs.
Well, but if they still have the source files, which I mean, it is Square Enix we're talking about. They lost the source code for this game that we're currently playing.
Yeah,
that's true.
And had to remake it. Have we mentioned that yet? I think we did towards the beginning.
I think so, yeah, because I feel like I called out the fact that, like,
That's absurd.
The community has had tools to rip the source code for this game for like 15 years. So
I mean, it's nice that they did, because Final Mix aside, like, this is a really good like update of the visuals, because again, it looks the way you remember it looking.
Yeah.
Not too like redone, but also not, you know, what it would actually look like in HD if they didn't up-res anything.
Like, it plays just like the original to me. Like, it feels just like it. I didn't notice any difference.
And thank God for those triangle prompts.
Yeah. So yeah, we got through this room of booby trap chests.
Yeah, we got through the end of the world. That's the end, right?
as we know it.
Yeah.
Oh boy, is it time for another behemoth?
It is!
Oh my god,
Same
it is!
color.
It's bigger, better.
4?
Number 4?
Yeah, we're just gonna skip them.
Yeah, I
this
can't-
is
I
like the
can't believe
biggest
it either.
one.
Yeah, this one's the Frost Behemoth.
Yeah.
Third
He's the
mandatory
guy-
behemoth, that is.
There's the Guy Fieri, the Guy Frio.
The guy Freezeri.
Frizzeri.
Yeah, I love the idea of a Guy Fieri, a Guy Aqueri, a Guy Thierry,
They're all
and
siblings.
Guy
This area
a
is
Vito.
so cool.
Guy Aqueri.
Oh, this is okay. Of all the rooms in the final world, this is my favorite one.
Oh yeah, I love this room.
It's
Like,
just,
this is one of my favorite rooms in the game.
Yeah. It's
Like,
big,
it's-
there's a
it's-
lot to, like, explore and find, and it just looks, like, apocalyptic as hell.
yeah. I love all these little shapes and stuff. At first, I didn't understand what they were. They're gummy blocks
Yeah.
from all the worlds that got like broken apart.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, I get it now.
I almost can't
There's
tell whether
also,
these are supposed to be, like, icicles or cobwebs. Maybe both.
Yeah.
Also, in the original game, you have to come here to get the last, I believe, mithril you need to make the ultimate weapon.
Oh,
Oh,
no
yeah.
kidding.
This room is full of treasure boxes, as we're soon gonna see.
Ah.
Yeah, there's a lot of, like, climbing to a high point to glide down to a ledge you can't otherwise reach,
Yeah.
I think. Also, aren't there, like, vines to climb in this area?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, some of the spiderwebby things are climbable.
Tarzan, back. Have revenge.
Baby. Tarzan back, baby.
Only his heart is strong enough to save us from Ansem.
The darkness?
Although I think at some point after my first playthrough, I started just like blowing right through this room just to get to
Yeah.
a certain later part of the world, and then coming back after I unlocked a certain ability.
So
Alright.
that area that you just went through reminds me of the McDonald's play places.
I just remembered
I mean, I
one of
guess Burger
the
King's
friends
as well.
we've yet to meet along the way to Ansem.
I think of strangers as just friends we haven't met. That's a quote by somebody, and it's also the first line of the Star versus the Force of the
Meteor
People.
strike.
That was the last line they ever spoke before they were incarcerated for life.
Oh yeah, I keep picking up new weapons for Donald, but not for Goofy.
It's okay.
Well, you guys-
Goofy doesn't need
yeah.
weapons to hide behind.
He says, just realizing that he had an old new weapon. He had a
Yeah.
weapon for Goofy that he got last episode that he
Yeah.
forgot about.
Yeah, you got his mother shield.
Oh yeah. We got his... While you were practicing with the Keyblade, I was practicing with the shield.
I was being trained to conquer galaxies.
Well, yeah, there's just
So
like
does anyone?
I love that there are a bunch of gummy pieces here when this is literally the final world.
Yeah.
Do any of y'all know what the Tale of Genji is about? Because I don't. Never read it. I
do
just
not
know it's one of the oldest surviving pieces of literature.
Is it kind of like Japan's Gilgamesh?
Yeah, to my knowledge, yes. Also, those green bits are the bits you can climb.
Yeah. I'm gonna figure that out because I want to get over the. Oh, I guess I'm just gonna fly there. There's one room in this room, like little cubby in this
Full
room.
life G.
There's like one room where there are enemies, and it's like those angel things, whatever they're called.
Mm-hmm.
Those, they look like angels, but they're
Solaris.
definitely not angels. Yeah, Solaris things.
God.
Oh yeah, I never once go into Jiminy's journal in this playthrough.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I hate that. Because if you all remember from when we played Kingdom Hearts 2 back in the day when we were all in the same town, like when I got the controller was when Jiminy's journal lost all of its red marks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The journal doesn't do that in KH1 remastered, does it? Only in 2?
I don't know because I didn't look at it.
Well, it'll show you on the menu if you have new journal entries to read. Oh boy, busting out Tinkerbell. Things must be dire.
They are. I'm fighting these Solaris looking things. I just had it.
The whole like adding new tags to things in the journal was something that I appreciated for a little bit, and I was like, oh hey, I got new stuff, yay. That's like, alright, if I want to clear out the new tag, I have to open the journal literally every time I enter a new room.
Yeah. And it updates like every character profile on a world every time there's a cutscene.
What are those jars that keep lightning in them? Like, well,
Lightning
not
in
lightning.
a bottle.
That's not lightning. But like, they're like jars that hold electricity. I can't remember what they're called. It's not a Klein bottle, and it's not a Leidenfrost jar.
I don't know.
It's like an alchemy thing, isn't it?
But there are like pots that exist that hold electricity, and I think that's what those Evangelion angels are based off of.
Yeah. Pretty soon they're gonna bust out copies of the Lance of Longulus and just stab Sora right through the eye.
Yeah. This is your fate, Sora. The Lance of Longinus will pierce your side.
Lance of Longinus.
Sounds like something you don't want to catch.
Might try jumping.
Yeah, might try jumping.
I don't get why.
That?
That's probably a Kingdom Hearts cover band.
Gee, Sora, you might try jumping.
I like that they went to all the trouble of programming it so that you could target them and then like writing a message that's like, hey, try jumping to reach this, instead of just making it reach all the way down to the floor.
Yeah. Nah, man, this is the end of the world. They're not pulling any punches.
Yeah. Use your
You gotta
brain,
work
dummy.
for your exploration.
That pattern on the ground kind of reminds me of the Tree of Life from the Animal Crossing New Horizons museum.
Yeah.
And now I've been
yeah.
depressingly reminded of the fact that I haven't played that game in like 2 months.
You still have to officially befriend me in that game so I can send you things.
Yeah.
I haven't ever played that game.
Yeah, I haven't booted up my game in a while, and I'm worried that Raymond might be itching to leave at this point.
Byron. Send them to me. I'll kick
I
out.
spent $25 on Raymond. I'm
kick him
not
out.
getting rid of him.
Well,
Oh yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it on an episode of this, but the Tree of Life is really cool in Animal Crossing, and I discovered that there is a spot you can stand in the museum where you can see the Yucatan meteor coming down.
Yeah.
I
And then
love
there's
that.
there's another little red spot where you like look up at one of the fossils.
yeah, that whole museum
Yeah.
is just rad as hell. But that has
Yeah,
nothing to
I
do with
love
Kingdom
that
Hearts.
museum. Yeah.
Play us out, Trey.
Join us next time when we'll be visiting the museum from Animal Crossing.
We're gonna jump in the opposite of a black hole, a white hole, and we're gonna.
That should please the Rocket Don.
A white donut hole.
Roquetodon.
Yes.
Bye, y'all.
Peace.